I came across this video of Chris Canty spitting absolute cold hard facts about the Bengals. Canty is one of the great football minds at ESPN who normally has some pretty solid takes. I think his assessment and take on the Bengals in this segment is spot on. He was preaching. Check out the video, watch it until the end, drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like for the algorithm, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.
I get that everybody said, yeah, Joe Burrow, he looked phenomenal, and you should have held on to your Joe Burrow stock. No, I'm still selling the Joe Burrow stock. I'm still selling the Cincinnati Bengals stock because even though I saw them back in, 2022, start out 0-2 and get to the conference championship game, I know that that's not a good path for a team to try to chart in order to get to the postseason to try to win a championship. Smalls, I mean, just think about it from this perspective. We're talking about since they expanded from 12 to 14 team playoff, there have been 32 teams to start off 0-2. And we're talking about only two of those teams, the 2022 Bengals and the 2023 Texans, with a rookie quarterback in C.J. Stroud, being the ones to get to the playoffs. What I thought was different about this Bengals team, or what should be different about this Bengals team at the start, was the fact that you had your quarterback healthy during training camp. You had Joe Burrow play in preseason games, both of which that he's never done. And for them to get out to an 0-2 start, to me, is an ominous sign for this Cincinnati Bengals squad. So I am still in a selling posture when it comes to the stock of the Cincinnati Bengals.
And I'm holding steady with my stock. I know you just gave the stat, CC, about how unlikely it is for them to have success after starting 0-2, even though that they're one of the teams that's proven that stat to be incorrect. But I look at Joe Burrow, and he yesterday looked markedly different than he did in week one. He was absorbing contact. He was pushing the ball downfield. He had more time to throw the ball. He's just one of those guys that when the competition is great, usually rises to the occasion, and we saw that yesterday. However, or I guess concurrently, however, they get off to slow starts, and I'm just not panicking about them and about him just yet. Even though he's 1-9 in his first 2 weeks of the season since entering the league in 2020, which is the worst record by any team over the span, Joe Burrow and the Bengals, Zach Taylor echoed my thoughts when he says, we've been here before, unfortunately. We know the cadence of the season. We know not to panic in this spot. So as much as it would have benefited the Bengals, obviously, to get a win and to get a win over that opponent yesterday, I'm still holding steady with my Burrow stock and my Cincinnati Bengals stock.
Here's where I'm at with the Cincinnati Bengals. First of all, you can clearly tell that Jamar Chase isn't happy, right? He's upset about his money. We saw what happened when Shefty put out there on Saturday night where Jamar Chase felt like he was misled by the team. We saw the news yesterday that he had taken out a $50 million insurance policy, but you saw him lose his composure at the end of yesterday's game, right? Almost cost him a chance at points in the fourth quarter, a consequential field goal, which was the go-ahead score. So there's that part of it. T. Higgins, we know, is not happy about his money. Trey Hendrickson, arguably their best defensive player, is not happy about his money. There are a lot of bad vibes around the Cincinnati Bengals, and when you actually peel back the layers on this team and look at what they are, they're a team that can't run the ball, so they're one-dimensional on offense. Their defense, although they do play the Kansas City Chiefs tough in terms of being able to create takeaways and be able to get stops in the red zone, their defense is not what's going to win the day for them. So, again, you're talking about a team that is limited in terms of the different ways that they can win football games. They're one-dimensional squad. And, oh, by the way, that dimension with Joe Burrow in the passing game isn't as good as it once was 2 or 3 years ago. And so I guess that's the part where I have a hard time buying into the Cincinnati Bengals being able to pull out this nosedive and find a way to get where everybody thought they could go, which is winning this division and potentially challenging the Chiefs for AFC supremacy.
I would just say one complimentary piece about the Bengals. Cam Taylor-Britt talked his talk. Did he walk his walk? One of the great interceptions.
That was a great interception.
It was an Odell Beckham Jr. one-handed interception.
He made up for getting toasted by Rashee Rice in the first half.
Well, I get it, but I just got to be fair on that one. He was great.
But here's the thing. We talk about this all the time. They do so much talking. Jamar Chase talking about, everybody knows where the team to be. Cam Taylor-Britt, Xavier Worthy is a one-trick pony. They do all of this talking, Cincinnati does, about how good they are. They're 0-2, and the Kansas City Chiefs are 2-0. They're the ones that got 3 championships in Kansas City. The Bengals have none. Patrick Mahomes has multiple MVPs. Joe Burrow has none. How about a little less lip and a little more grip? How about that if you're the Cincinnati Bengals today? I know Bengals fans don't want to hear it, but you don't have a win on the season and we're going into week 3. Your team need to get some wins before they doing all that talking.